Buenas noches. My dear brothers and sisters, members of the Indian Diaspora, friends and well-wishers of India, it gives me immense pleasure to be with you all today, this evening. You are all far away from India, and today, as part of my visit, along with the Minister and Member of Parliament and other senior officials of the Indian government, we are all here to meet our friends. We had a very fruitful meeting with Mr. Mario Abdo Benitez, President of the Paraguay, Mr. Hugo Verajiquez, Vice President of Paraguay, and Mr. Silvoy Bovelar, President of National Congress. We discussed various aspects of bilateral ties, particularly economic cooperation in the priority areas of interest of both sides. Today, both the countries are on the path of rapid economic reforms and seek the socio-economic development of our people. I am pleased that the Indian diaspora in Paraguay, though small in size, has made a mark for itself through its hard work and entrepreneurial spirit. You are a reflection of India's diverse cultural and spiritual heritage. I am happy that you have kept our traditions and festivals alive in this country. We are proud of you. I am delighted to know that Paraguayans have a deep admiration and appreciation for Indian culture, philosophy, arts, and spirituality. Paraguayans have been attending large numbers of festivals organized by our embassies in cities such as Ashanti and Ciudad del Este. International Yoga Day celebrations have been large-scale, enthusiastic participation in the country. This year too, we are planning to organize an Indian food festival and the 5th edition of International Day of Yoga in Paraguay, and we are confident that Paraguayans will participate in them in even large numbers. As you know, we are in the 150th birth anniversary year of Mahatma Gandhi. On this occasion today morning, we released a stamp of Mahatma Gandhi along with the Vice President of Paraguay. In great measure, the continued interest in India in Paraguay owes itself to you all. You play an important role in spreading the message of India. Yes, we do have our ambassador here, but you are our real cultural ambassadors. And thanks to the entrepreneurial skills of all of you, earlier perceived challenges of distance, language, cultural difference have been surmounted and at times turned into win-win situation. All of you have interested in learning the language and culture of the place that you have made your home. India and Paraguay have diverse strengths and can reap benefits from each other's success stories. While India has been successful in areas including nuclear space, information and communication technology, e-governance and heavy industry, Paraguay has excelled in other areas including in agriculture and hydel power. The geographic location of Paraguay at the very heart of South America has been well acknowledged by the Indian business community, and the gradual increase in bilateral B2B engagement bears witness to this. I am sure all of you must be following the developments and transformation taking place in India under the leadership of our Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The Prime Minister has given a 3-line advice. He said, reform, perform and transform. Transform the nation. Transformation in the lives of the people. That is the purpose of this reforms process. I can tell you happily that the reforms are in full swing, which were initiated by the late Prime Minister P.V. Narasimha Rao, was assisted by the former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, and later were converted into action by late Prime Minister Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee. he really brought a connectivity revolution in the country. Air connectivity, rail connectivity, highway connectivity, rural connectivity, tele-connectivity, television connectivity. He even brought political connectivity also, of bringing 23 parties together and running a stable government. It was the first coalition government in India. Today, the present Prime Minister is building on the initiatives taken by Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee, and some of you might be in touch with what is happening in India. There is a large-scale transformation going on. Massive national highway, 4-line, 6-line, 8-line. And also the railway network is expanding with a greater speed and also spreading to new areas. We are also planning, shortly we will be having a bullet train also in India. And not only that, that airports are also being expanded. Some of you might have seen the Delhi airport, Hyderabad, Bangalore and Mumbai airports, the transformation that has come. Now with the advent of a new scheme announced by the Prime Minister, Udan, now regional connectivity to Type 2 and Type 3 cities is also taking place in India, and air travel sometimes is cheaper than first class train travel. So air travel also is picking up. New and new areas are being connected by air. And as far as the reforms is concerned, they are being appreciated by one and all. You will be happy to know that many of the sectors were opened for foreign direct investment, and India attracted $38 billion of FDI flows in 2018 and managed to take it up to the top 10 host economies, receiving the most FDI during the period. I was a minister before I became vice president. I was in politics, of course, thick of politics. Now I am no more in politics. I have retired from politics, but not tired from public life. That's why I am here before you. The Vice President of India is a constitutional responsibility. You are not supposed to be in politics. That's why the day when my name was announced for the Vice President, I quit politics. Earlier, I was Member of Parliament for 20 years, member of the Provincial Legislative Assembly of a combined Andhra Pradesh, that is Andhra and Telangana together. And then I have been Rural Development Minister, then I have been Housing Minister, Urban Development Minister, then I have been Information Broadcasting Minister, then I have been Parliamentary Affairs Minister also, then earlier Rural Development, subsequently Urban Development. All these portfolios I held. And I am seeing that lot of transformation, ambassador after ambassador. They used to come and meet me. They are interested in smart cities, 100 smart cities, which are being developed in India. They are interested in Amrut, Atal Mission for Regeneration and Urban Transformation of the cities in India. They are also interested in metro expansion, metro rail being expanded to various cities in the country. They are also interested in highway expansion, and they are interested in our solar program that's being taken up. Today, our government of India has set up a target of 175 gigawatts of solar. We are very fortunate. We have 365 days sun light. You have the unique advantage, but we are now taking advantage of the same and then moving forward. Along with France, our Indian Prime Minister has taken lead in forming Solar Alliance. Now country after country is joining Solar Alliance. Even here, when we met the Paraguayan president, he also showed interest. And the Make in India, Prime Minister has given a call. He has given a program of MISI-DC. That is MI, Make in India. SI is Skill India. DI is Digital India. CI, Clean India. Swachh Bharat program, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, saving the girl child, promoting the girl child, and for crop agriculture, utilizing the water, reuse, recycle, the water systems. All these transformations are going in a big way. Business, as far as the business is concerned, now people used to complain of red tape. Now Prime Minister said we must lay a red carpet. Whoever want to come and invest in India. That's why investments are coming. And then our youth are driving the digital revolution, powering the startup ecosystem and pioneering artificial intelligence. The Startup India flagship initiative is intended to build a strong ecosystem in nurturing innovation entrepreneurship in the country. We are making rapid strides in our development journey. Every single village has now access to electricity, first time. Women entrepreneurs are availing a large percentage of loans under Mudra Yojana with Janadhana, Aadhaar and Mobile Trinity. Financial inclusion is the way forward and we are moving in the direction. Direct benefit transfer, they all gained tremendous strength. Under Ujjwala program, we have made available clean LPG to around 6 crore households and we have a target of reaching 8 crore households by providing the LPG connection to them. We also have a world's largest health scheme, Ayushman Bharat, transforming healthcare access for the 10 crore households in India. The ambitious plan to build next generation infrastructure, as I told you, including 100 smart cities, 10 greenfield airports, air connectivity to Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities under Udan scheme, 7 high-speed train corridors, 5 major ports, highways, and a nationwide broadband connectivity linking our villages. 250,000 villages are being connected with optic fiber. And Bharatmala project, 60,000 kilometers of national highways are being built. Nearly 10,000 kilometers of national highway were built during the last 1 year. That's an average of 27 kilometers per day. 111 rivers have been identified as national waterways, and we are also modernizing our railways, inland water. New metros in urban centers and dedicated freight corridors are being built. As I told you, we have set a target to produce 175 gigawatt of clean, renewable energy by 2022. With a successful Mangalyaan mission and the launch of a record number of 104 satellites in a single mission, India has scripted a new chapter in the history of space exploration. The Prime Minister Narendra Bhai has announced ISRO will be launching Indian human space flight mission by 2022. India is determined to move forward to the developed country and earn its rightful place in the Committee of Nations. We have a massive housing program. A lot of concessions have been given by the government in the budget, and recently even the GST is a revolutionary taxation proposal. That is uniform tax across the country, one nation, one tax. That is the ultimate aim. Now we have 3 slabs. Our ultimate aim is to have one system so that there is no check post, there is no delay, there is no wastage of time and money. All these things are being taken care. That's why the world is very much impressed. As I told you, the startups, the innovation, incubation, this is the new order. And the government also is funding the unfunded, reaching the unreached, recognizing the unrecognized. Even with regard to government giving Padma awards, people hitherto we are not known at the national level. We have done some excellent work and made good contribution in their own areas of specialization. They have been recognized. And then, as far as the government of India is concerned, that Pravasa Bharatiya Kendra has been created in New Delhi as a one-stop resource center for our diaspora. Our embassies are available round the clock to our people in need. The Overseas Citizenship of India scheme, OCI, has been simplified to allow more and more persons of Indian origin to connect with the land of their ancestors. We also want you, young ones, to connect with India and youth in India. We run a special program, the Know India program, to bring our diaspora youth together. There is a massive telecom expansion. More than 110 crore telephone connections are there, largest network. And we also have television connectivity. Earlier there used to be only one channel, Doordarshan. दूर से दर्शन करना, black and white देखना. Now we have more than 1,000 channels, 24/7. And then you have new systems in place, like I told you, the GST, 36 crore bank accounts have been opened. Prime Minister wants that banks to reach out to the common people. and that's called as Jana Dhana Yojana. And then you also have the new schemes now of direct benefit transfer. Money that is due to the people or their whatever entitlement they have from the government, they are being slowly transferred directly to the people. And then now everything is moving online. Ultimately, the Prime Minister's aim is to see that everything goes through online so that there is no line. That is the main line of India now thinking. So that's really a revolutionary movement. There is no need for anybody to stand in line. Standing in line, going and meeting officers, greeting officers, shaking hand with them, or doing something between hand is not required now. The money reaches directly to the people. That's called as JAM. Jana Dhana is the bank account, A is the Aadhaar system to your identity, and M is mobile. Money, scholarship, pension, compensation, or the other entitlements, old age pension and all, they reach you directly through your mobile. You need not even go to the bank also. That is the way forward. The Prime Minister is very keen that the middlemen are avoided. The corruption is to be eliminated. He started a war on corruption. Literally, there's a massive effort is being made. You all know it's not that much easy to root out corruption from public life, but he's making his efforts at the top level. There is no talk of any corruption now. But down below, efforts are being made. Center and states are working together. They are all inviting investments. I have been to different states ruled by different governments, and every government is making efforts to see that they invite large-scale investments and take their respective states forward. That is the true spirit of federalism. Politically, they may be criticizing each other now and then. That's part of a democratic system. But at the end of the day, there is a greater cooperation between the center and the state. That's why the change is happening faster. And as far as this transformation that is happening, you will find in the coming years the massive benefits accruing to the people and the country becoming a developed country. And the Prime Minister feels that the development should reach the common people, the suppressed, oppressed and depressed classes, the poorest of the poor. They are the priority for the government. And also bridging the urban-rural divide, that also is a priority area. Taking care of the agriculture, which is under stress. Agriculture is our basic culture. But at the same time, because of market conditions, because of adverse weather conditions sometimes, cyclones, then drought, then floods, then pest menace, the farmers are put to a disadvantaged position overall. Now, one after another, Prime Minister has come out with a number of schemes. Various state governments also have come out with a number of schemes, and they are trying to make agriculture viable, because 54% of the Indian population still depends on agriculture. And we need to focus more on our food security. We have, as on now, surplus food, but a country like India's size of 130 crore population, you cannot be complacent. You cannot depend on import food security. You have to develop your own homegrown food security. That's why constantly efforts are being made to bring structural changes in agriculture along with various welfare measures aimed at helping the farming community. And as far as India is concerned, my dear brothers and sisters, you all know that we are one of the oldest civilizations in the world. And India has a great record of following the principle of Vasudaika Kutumbakam, Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu. The entire world is one family. That is our philosophy. Share and care is the core of Indian philosophy. Whatever you call Hindu philosophy or Indian philosophy or Bharatiya philosophy, whatever it is. But our approach has been that. And we want to have good relations, including with all our neighbors. Because late Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee said, you can change your friends, but you can't change your neighbor. Keeping that in mind, we are trying our best. But one of our neighbor has made terrorism as a state policy. They are aiding, abetting, funding, training terrorists continuously. Time and again, They have been persuaded, they make public commitments, but they never stop funding terrorism. Terrorism is the enemy of humanity. I'm very happy, and we had detailed discussion today with the Paraguayan president, who seems to be very dynamic, very understanding. He has a very positive opinion about India, and he said as a student he has been to India, and he was also telling that he liked India, and also particular Indian food also. He enjoyed it, he was telling. And then he was also appreciative of the growth story of India, the way the economy is. For that matter, I can tell you, my friends, the entire focus is on India now, worldwide. Internationally, world growth is slowing down overall. Our neighbor, powerful neighbor China is also going a little negative, 6.8%. India, that is our motherland, is moving at a greater speed of 7.3, 7.4%. That's a good news to all of us. It's not what Government of India is saying. The World Economic Forum, the World Bank, the Asian Development Bank, and Moody's ratings, everybody is indicating that India, if it moves like this, in the coming 10-15 years, it will become third largest economy in the world. That's the growth story of India. That's why there is interest in India and its growth story. And we are trying to preserve our culture and our heritage, and we want to see that our Indians, who are all living in different parts of the country, world, people like you, while on one hand, you should never forget your roots. At the same time, you should follow the rules and regulations of the country where you are working or made the place of your living. You must follow the rules and regulations of Paraguay. At the same time, keep up the traditions of our culture, our heritage and all. Wherever I go, within India or outside, I am saying that 5 things are important. 1, everybody should remember mother, who has given you the beautiful birth. Mother includes father also. Woman means W-O-M-A-N. Man is there in everyone, that way. Secondly, the Janma Bhumi, the native place. You should never, never forget your native place. However you may grow, you must always remember your native place, and back home do something for your native place. And third is the mother tongue, the language that has come from mother's womb. Whatever is your language, Gujarati, Malayali, Marathi, Assami, Punjabi, Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, Malayali, these languages has to be cherished. They have to be preserved, they have to be promoted, and we must talk to each other in our homes in our mother tongue only. Because language and culture go together. Bhasha or bhavana ek saath chalta hai. We have to keep that in mind. We must promote our mother tongue. Mother tongue is like your eyesight. Other language is like your spectacles. If you have eyesight, then spectacles will work. If you don't have eyesight, you will not have any foresight, even if you wear Ray-Ban glasses also. So keeping that in mind, everybody should promote. I am happy here in this Latin America, which was ruled, which was made a colony by Spanish people. In many of the countries, after the Spanish came, their mother tongue got vanished. But here, Paraguay is one country where they are keeping the tradition of following their mother tongue also and made it as an official language. I am very happy about it. The entire world should follow that policy. That's my philosophy. In India also, we are now asking state governments to see that up to high school education, the medium of instruction must be in mother tongue. For information, in Parliament, a Vice President is also Chairman of the Rajya Sabha, the upper house. So we made facility for people to speak in their mother tongue in Parliament. 22 languages are there. Any language member can speak in their respective language. There is a simultaneous translation also happening in Indian Parliament and all. So with all this, my dear friends, what I am suggesting is that we should preserve our culture and heritage. Religion is personal. I am not talking about religion. I am talking about, concerned more about culture. Culture is a way of living, the tradition, ek jivana paddhati hai, which has been given to us by our forefathers. Our tradition, the way we dress, the way we talk, the way we conduct ourselves, respecting elders, respecting nature. That is also important because, and that's why I suggest nature, culture together for a better future. Because worldwide we started neglecting nature. Nature is becoming furious. That's why you have this climate change. That's why you have the other ill effects of the same. So we must go back to our nature. That is, love and live with the nature. That should be the way forward for the entire humanity. I wish each one of you a very successful and prosperous future. Our Paraguayan government is showing a lot of interest in India. The government want to have tie-up with India in many sectors. Today we signed some memorandum of understanding also. And then we had a very detailed discussion of a delegation level, the Vice President also being there. And then tomorrow we'll be meeting business community of both the countries to see that whatever facilities are available here are there. They're being taken advantage of the respective countries. And then both of us come together. Paraguay government have promised that they'll support us in international forums, including our claim for permanent membership of the Security Council, and also a number of other international organizations. They have promised to support us. And as far as the terror is concerned, I am happy. They said unequivocally that they stand on the same page as far as the terror is concerned, because terror is an enemy of humanity. It has no religion. It's mad and bad. So it should be eliminated from the globe. That is possible only when the entire international community come together. We don't want any country's support for us to fight terror in India. We are capable. We have shown our capacity recently. You have seen on February 14th when they attacked the CRPF personnel and killed 40 people in a most dastardly attack. The country was enraged. The country was enraged and the response was given quietly. Our Indian Air Force have not attacked militarily Pakistan, did not harm a single citizen, innocent citizen. They went and precisely hit the target of terrorists, where this Jaish-e-Mohammed, which is an organization proscribed by the United Nations, they had a training camp and then they were living in a palatial building. There, our Air Force have identified that through intelligence and reached there, and within 21 minutes destroyed their camps and came back, killing number of casualties. Now discussion is going on about casualties. It is for them to count the number. The other day, Home Minister of India suggested if anybody has got doubt, they can visit Pakistan and inquire with Pakistan government how many people have died and all. That our idea, it's not a military attack. We don't want war. But at the same time, we can't be silent spectators to this nonsense that has been going on forever. Kashmir is an integral part of India. There is no question of any concession as far as that issue is concerned. Other international issues, we always believe in local issues. We believe in dialogue. And that is the way forward. Democracy means dialogue, discussion, and debate, and then decision. That we are committed to that. I am happy that the international community all have condemned the incident and have come forward to appreciate the stand of India. I am sure now with the message that has gone, our neighbor, we hope, will behave properly. Otherwise, India is determined to teach a fitting lesson for perpetrators of the terror against the innocent people of India. My dear sisters and brothers, I am very happy. Today, myself, Minister and Member of Parliament, we are all here. It would have been much more bigger delegation but for the elections. The election fever has already caught up. And election is the biggest festival in India because we are the largest democracy in the world. We are the largest democracy in the world population-wise and also area-wise and all. So members of Parliament, they are all fully engaged in a week from today. The elections may be announced at any time and they will be completed successfully by May. And then we hope that again there will be a stable government and all. Thank you very much for the affection shown to me and to my other members of delegation. And though, as I was told, the community is small in number, but you have all come here in good numbers. All the best. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Jai Hind.